think that the one song that I feel the most connected to when I'm singing it on stage is a song called Sweet Silver Lining from the new record, because, I don't know, it's just one of my favorite songs. You know, as a songwriter, it's really easy to write songs when you're, like, down or bummed out about something, about negative scenarios, and Sweet Silver Lining is kind of about, you know, seeing the silver lining in scenarios like that. And I think every now and then everybody kind of needs to pick me up like that, so hopefully it can be that for people. Let's see. 99 Times, actually, our first single, is one that I wrote in my hotel in LA while I was out making the record, and it was not done at all. And everyone kept being like, you know, you gotta finish the song if we're gonna put it on the record. It was actually my dad who was bugging me to finish it. He was like, the 99 Times song is great. And I was like, no, it's too much work. We'll put it on the next record. And he's like, no, you have to do it. And so, you know, for me, it was one of those things where I had to really push myself to just, like, I have a tough time just, like, closing the door and sitting by myself and, like, focusing when I've got a ton of stuff on my plate. So, so that one definitely was a challenge to finish, but I'm really glad I did, because now it's our single. Thanks, Dad. Actually, you know what? I think the comm class that I just finished, Comm 105, was my favorite because it was just, you know, there was a lot of creative writing involved. It was like grammar and spelling and stuff that, like, comes naturally to me as a songwriter. There's some math classes coming up that I'm not looking so forward to because I'm not very good at that. But no, all their classes have been awesome. Dad, right? My dad's pointing to himself. He used to come out every now and then, which is awesome. I think that, you know, I always have to bring out, like, my own sheets, my own pillow, because it kind of grosses me out to use, like, the ones in the bus. I'm definitely, like, it's made me kind of a germaphobe. But, you know, I bring, like, books and DVDs and, you know, just, like, random things, like, here and there from my room at home to sort of remind me. I always have pictures of my family and friends, too, in my bunk. Well, let's see. We always usually, we've lately actually been playing Tom Jones before the show. There's like 5 minutes before the show, we play She's a Lady, you know? Whoa, 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 she's a lady. And it's awesome, and it's so funny, and we all kind of have a mini dance party behind the stage before we go out. So that's kind of been our most recent thing this tour. It has not gotten old yet, I have to say. That song's so legit, I'm, like, not sick of it by any means. Totally a possibility. I looked at some of those for this record too, you know, and my label every day is like, send us all your songs that you have from forever ago. So yeah, I'm sure stuff like that will end up on a CD at some point. That's awesome. Everywhere. That's what's cool about being on the road, is that you can kind of visit a lot of different places to shop, you know, when you're in random locations. I mean, for instance, today, not a lot around this general vicinity, but, like, sometimes you'll stumble upon, like, a really sweet vintage store. I really like vintage stuff, and definitely a sucker for Bloomingdale's. If there's a Bloomingdale's around, I can't not go, and I usually end up getting myself into trouble if I do that. But yeah, I mean, pretty much anywhere and everywhere. I like to find, like, small little boutiques that have stuff that's not quite, like, what everyone else is gonna have, I guess. I would love to, yeah. Amy and I actually might sing a song together tonight, so. She's the coolest ever, and she's just an incredible writer, too. So we're hoping to do some writing together while we're on the road.
Baby, you're so by the door. Nail your hammer to the floor. This job is for a gentle hand.
Definitely. You know, it's kind of one of those songs about somebody who, you know, you had sort of a thing with, but it didn't end up working out, and obviously you're nostalgic about it. And I think that, you know, the person that I wrote the song about was somebody who was very, like, you know, philosophical about stuff, and like always kind of made these profound statements, and like all about life and everything. And so that's kind of why that made its way in there, just because it was a fun little like metaphor to that, not necessarily a literal thing, but you know, that the road less traveled poem is one that I kind of always have like liked, but it was kind of something that I likened to what this situation was in particular. You know, I think that for me, there are so many things that that are going on in the world that deserve the attention, you know, that they maybe don't get. And for me, it's more about sort of writing something general. Like, there's a song on my record called Lift Me Up, and we're getting ready to figure out how to do a music video for that. And I keep saying that I really want it to be something that raises awareness about things that are going on in the world that really need attention, you know. And so who knows what'll happen with the video in particular, but you know, that song is about overcoming things and taking a hard situation and getting past it. And I think that for me, I always want to write songs like that that can kind of be applied to any situation, but for me, Lift Me Up is kind of the song that I hope, you know, will maybe help people who are in a situation like that get through it, or will maybe, you know, inspire people to help out other people who need to be lifted up. I definitely warm up and stuff before shows, but nothing fancy. Like, I don't know, hopefully I'm not doing anything wrong. But yeah, I took choir and stuff when I was a kid, but no like voice lessons. So I don't know, hopefully I'm not getting into any bad habits, but I've met with a few coaches who've shown me some good things since it started.
Naturally good.
Was that?
You're naturally good.
Oh, I don't know. Well. Oh, after the tour, yeah. Well, probably more touring. We're definitely going to be in Canada and Europe sometime later this year, which I'm so excited about because I've never been to Europe. But, you know, One Tree Hill starts shooting season 7 in like a week, and so I'll probably be out there in July doing some episodes. Really excited about it. And so yeah, One Tree Hill, probably doing some more touring, probably spend some time out west, and, you know, just sort of doing all kinds of fun stuff for the label and promotion of the record and everything. And so I'm really excited. I'm just pumped that it's summer, and, you know, I'm really excited about this new record and everything.
Okay, just a couple of questions. Like,
sure.
What was the last book you read?
The last book I read? Oh, let's see. I actually haven't finished it yet, but I'm in the middle of Sense and Sensibility, which I started reading on vacation like a month ago. I really like, you know, I'm kind of a sucker for those girly books.
Last album bought?
The last album I bought, I think, was Kings of Leon album on vinyl, actually. So literally an album. It's really good.
Last movie you watched?
The last movie I watched, we actually just watched Iron Man last night, which is an awesome movie. Yeah, well, yeah, we had the rest of it on just now. Yep.
I almost fell down and hit some people like dominoes getting up those steps. That would have been fun to see on YouTube tomorrow. You guys are my favorite.